This is Channel 2 News, coverage you can count on.
They always recognize that the Hispanic vote is important, and I think it is.
Yeah.
I think it is. We are many.
The Hispanic vote in this presidential election could make a big difference at the polls, and candidates are taking notice. Campaign 2016 tops Channel 2 News at 5:30. You know, we've seen what a key role Nevada already is playing in the upcoming presidential election 17 months out, right? Good evening, I'm Kristen Remington.
I'm Wendy DeMonte. Thanks for staying with us tonight. We've already had some pretty high-powered candidates here. Of course, Hillary Clinton yesterday, Jeb Bush last month. And those candidates are targeting the Hispanic vote in this election. Aaron Breen joins us from the newsroom with a look at the impacts of that campaigning. Aaron?
Well, Wendy, the Hispanic population in this country and in this state are both on the rise. The last census puts Nevada's Hispanic population at 24%, and those votes can make a big difference in the upcoming election.
Bush, un orgulloso latino, orgulloso tejano y...
Campaigning for the upcoming presidential election sounds a little different this cycle. This was an address about Cinco de Mayo, but Jeb Bush's son, George P. Bush, has been speaking directly to the voters about the election, too. In fact, he made a campaign stop here in Reno earlier this week and showed he's bilingual.
Claro que sí.
Hillary Clinton was in Reno just yesterday. She was talking to veterans. But she made a stop in Las Vegas yesterday morning to address the annual conference of Latino elected officers. And to political analysts like Fred Locken off at TMCC, that's a wise move. He says it could make the difference.
You have to assume it's 20, 24%, sometimes 30% in almost every western state, southwestern state. So if it's a comfortable victory, it just pads the victory. But if there was any sincere challenge, say on the Democratic side, then it would be the difference that could make the difference.
But voters like Maria Perez say it's not so much the language candidates speak as it is what they say that makes the difference.
No, it's not the language. It's his intentions, what he wanted to, supposed to do.
And while speaking Spanish helps, it's not really enough.
But not exactly because they speak Spanish. We're gonna vote for whatever we think, whoever we think it's the right candidate.
Immigration has been a key issue for Hispanics who historically vote with the Democrats. However, Locken says that a failure to make good on promises could drive that vote toward the Republicans this time around.
So right now, you have an Obama candidacy in 2008 that said that immigration reform was going to be a top priority. Here you are in 2015, and the only thing you could do was by executive order. Very disappointing to the Hispanic community.
Which means that either party could activate that vote in 2016. Democrats may be able to turn the sentiment around. Republicans may be the benefactors of it all. And you know what? We still got 17 months to find out. Covering campaign 2016, Aaron Breen, Channel 2 News.
And we got you, Aaron, for all those 17 months down there. All right, thank you. And Democratic presidential candidate Bernie Sanders also spoke at a conference of Latino leaders down in Las Vegas today. He discussed immigration reform, saying deporting people is not the answer.
We cannot and we should not be talking about sweeping up millions of men, women, and children, many of whom have been in this country for years.
Sanders is a self-described socialist who held a town hall meeting before speaking to the conference. There he spoke about the widening gap between the rich and the poor and the need for a single-payer health care system. Well,